Representative Fallon, you are now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You know, it's interesting when I was here earlier to hear some of our colleagues talk about, I got to ask questions like, what do bridges and abortion have to do with whether or not Hunter Biden is corrupt? And the Biden family and the Trump family, you know, we're trying to determine if the president's son is a national security risk, if the president himself is corrupt. And all we hear from the other side of the aisle is Trump, 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 Trump. We're not talking about Donald Trump. We're not talking about his family. We need right now, the current president of the United States is Joe Biden. Is he corrupt or is he not? And what we do need to avoid is this obfuscation and this dodging and this counter accusations. And this is not a distraction. This is a necessity, because what we're after here is the truth. We need to discover the truth so then justice can be served. So what do we know? Fact. The President of the United States' son has made millions of dollars on international business dealings. I haven't heard anybody dispute that. And in fields like, you know, natural gas, other energy, cobalt, prior to his father's ascension to the vice presidency, he had no experience in these fields. And he had really no international business credentials to speak of. So the big difference, if you want to bring in the Trump family, is the Trump family made all their money before they ever ran for public office. Before. Joe Biden has been in office since 1973, and suddenly they're wealthy after he serves. I think that's an interesting point that we can't ignore. So this has, if he had really no success in business and his dad becomes vice president, it has all the ingredients of corruption and paying to play and influence peddling. But we don't know for sure, but all indications are that that's the case. In 2019, for the record, Joe Biden said he had never spoken to his son about his overseas business dealings. Now, what he didn't say is, well, there's nothing untoward that went on, or I just had a little chit-chat or what have you with his associates. No, he said he had never discussed this with his son. I have two sons. I find that to be very difficult to believe. So what Joe Biden is claiming is he's here, there's a firewall between him and his son Hunter. A firewall. But what we do know is that two of Hunter's Mexican business associates, Miguel Velasco and Miguel Magnani, visited the White House on February 26, 2014, according to the Obama White House visitors logs. And then Joe Biden was later photographed with Hunter, giving Velasco and Magnani a tour of the White House Brady press briefing room. We also have emails which were reviewed by the media. A year later showed that Hunter arranged a video conference call with his father and Carlos Slim, the Mexican billionaire. Also, not to be undone here, Joe Biden was also attended a dinner with Hunter Biden's business associates from the Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Russia at Cafe Milano here in Washington, D.C. in April of 2015. So what we have here, we've known that he has met with 14 of Hunter's business associates. And then throw on top of that a suspicious activities reports from the Biden family, generated by objective folks that need to report these things. 150 suspicious activity reports. Not a handful, not a dozen, not single digits. 150. And to sit there and say that this is not something that's worthy of a resolution of inquiry is absurd on its face. I fully support HRES 1243 because this is about getting to truth and administering justice.